Hey everybody, I'm Patricia,
Hey, I'm Patrick.
and we're the Pop Culture Twins.
Yeah.
And welcome to this week's episode of Inside the Cage.
Did you see my new delivery?
Yeah, what was up with that? And what's up with this martini glass?
Well, I want him to be the new James Bond.
They already got another James.
No.
They got a James Bond, Daniel Craig.
No. That dude's not cutting. I'm just really not feeling it. I can do better than that. He's like a knockoff James Bond. He's just James.
You really don't like him?
No.
My brother got serious issues with Daniel Craig. I like Daniel Craig.
You got to think back the history of James Bond. Okay, back in the day when we were little,
Yeah.
everyone they chose was Sean Connery.
Mm-hmm.
That was my favorite. What was your favorite?
Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah, he's the homie. He's the homie. I
I'm
like
with
him.
you. I like him.
And I mean, right now, man, come on.
James Bond was a big deal in our household because, you know, when you grew up in the 70s, like I said, there's only 3 channels on TV. So what you see is what you get. And if you don't like what you're watching on TV, then turn it off. But we saw a lot of reruns of James Bond films. And mostly Sean Connery films. And then a little bit into Roger Moore.
Roger Moore was a good one.
Yeah. Well, Roger Moore starred in my favorite James Bond film. But he's not my favorite James Bond. But Live and Let Die is my favorite
That's
James
Jaws,
Bond film.
right?
No, that's not.
Who's the one who had Jaws?
I think that was Roger Moore, but that's not my favorite one. My favorite one was Live and Let Die, and my favorite Bond girls in that movie, which was played by Jane Seymour. She plays Solitaire. That was my movie.
Okay.
Even the theme song was my favorite. But my favorite Bond is Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
just that. But
so
you
what
know,
we're gonna do about this new one?
well, lucky you should ask about that because it's 4 films under his belt now, and usually after 4 films they start getting antsy and looking for a new James Bond because Pierce Brosnan, he did 4 films and then it was like next, and so now Daniel Craig has 4, so I think it's time to start looking, and we have our own list. We've been checking out what people have been saying, and we've made a little list of what everyone's saying, and we've been throwing in a few of our own contenders that we think should be put on the list. But first we found out that Damian Lewis is on the list, and so I don't know how people feel about him because he's not your typical looking James Bond. He has red hair and blue eyes, which I have no problem with. I love because I'm very partial to men with red hair and blue eyes because in high school, remember Brian Kibbe?
Yeah.
Brian Kibbe was one of my best friends, and he had blue eyes, red hair. His whole family had red hair and blue eyes,
Yeah.
all his siblings and his dad. And so I just took a liking to people that have red hair and blue eyes. Like I love Julianne Moore. I love Ed Sheeran. I got a thing.
Damien has a cool look. Something going on.
I think he's out of the box, but the problem is people like the tall, dark, and handsome look of James Bond. Then I think the next person should be a top contender who happens to be on the top of everyone's list. Idris Elba, who will probably, could be the first black James Bond. But the thing is, he's British, so he don't have to fake the accent.
I'm feeling that one.
Right, you don't have to fake the accent. And even, we even checked out on social media at his response, and he was even surprised that people were considering him. But he does not want to be called the black James Bond, because it's like this. Pierce Brosnan, you don't call him the Irish James Bond because he was Irish, and Sean Connery, he's from Wales. So, yeah, I get the point. He just wants to be seen as James Bond if he wants to do it. So we feel you, Idris.
That's understandable.
We feel you. We feel you on that, so I'm good. But you know what? Did you know he was a DJ?
No.
He is a DJ.
Really?
Is he any
good?
I hear he's a good singer too.
Really?
Yeah. But if you guys really want to consider him, I really would love him to be James Bond, but I really think he should be considered for the TV role of Shaft. They're looking to bring back Shaft on TV, and I think he would be perfect.
As a TV show?
Yeah.
Nah, they should leave that one alone.
You don't like that one?
Nah. I mean, Shaft, what they gonna remake? Who's gonna do it? Nobody can. I'll do the old Shaft.
Well, Samuel Jackson did a pretty good job.
Yeah, but he put, Shaft made a cameo. So.
Okay. But then another contender is Tom Hardy. Now, I like, I love him. Tom Hardy's my boy. I love him in Warrior. He's just rough. He's edgy,
Yeah.
kind of like Daniel Craig is edgy. But the homie has tats all over his body. I don't know if we want to tat it out.
Yeah, he's a gangster.
James-
He's a gangster.
Yeah,
007.
I mean, he's willing to get airbrushed. He has done that for his films. But, he's Mad Max already. But he's edgy, and he's just off the rails. But he's like that in real life, too. So,
yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know how he go. Him in the tux. I don't know.
You don't think so?
I like the dude. I think I like him because he's gangster, but.
Another contender, Henry Cavill. Now, I know he's already Superman. I'm getting nervous already just looking at the man's picture. The man, he's FWB. He's fine, white, and British. He really is all that. And the man he makes me nervous, about to give me the shakes.
The shakes? What makes you shake?
I had never told anybody this. I'm telling him this for the first time. Remember we used to have house parties and he would slow dance in the basement?
Yeah.
I didn't know this, but I noticed in my past that when I would slow dance with a guy that I really liked, I would shake like a chihuahua. I would shake like a little nervous dog. It was hilarious. And I didn't know I was doing it until one guy said, "Are you shaking?" I'm like, no, I'm not shaking.
Is that healthy?
So when I see a guy that I really like or I think is just gorgeous, I will start shaking. And if I look at Henry Cavill too much, I will shake. But he's already Superman. And then he's in the movie The Man from U.n.c.l.E. And if that franchise takes off, that's 2 franchises. Nothing against him, because Harrison Ford has 3. He's Han Solo, Indiana Jones, and Jack Ryan. So there's, he can be more than one, superhero, whatever he wants to do.
He doesn't look like a believable butt kicker. Maybe a Superman, yeah, because it's not believable.
You
But you really gonna pull off like this dude gonna come in there and really whip my butt? No. Not without some help.
Well, then what do you think of this man? Michael Fassbender is his name.
Yeah, I think.
He's
like
played
him.
Magneto in.
Yeah, I like him.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's in the X-Men series.
Yeah, but I like Idris Elba.
Idris Elba. Okay, you think so? So I mean, those are good contenders, but I want to state my case. I have a personal pick. His name is Ricky Whittle, and you're like, who? Ricky Whittle is his name. W-H-I-T-T-L-E. He is British, and he is African American, and he is gorgeous. Very talented actor. He's low on the radar, but I kind of describe him as the black Jason Statham. You can't get no better than that. Jason Statham, I really love him. Would like to pitch him as a James Bond, but I don't know. He's a little rough. He did Single Ladies. He's on the CW show.
There was a lot of attractive
called
people on that show.
He's on the CW show called The 100, but he's really under the radar. He did a season of Mistresses last season, and I was about to let go of that show until he joined the cast. I was back in. So I think Ricky Whittle should be considered as the next James Bond if you guys decide to go look. He's British. He's from England. So you don't have any problem, but he's gorgeous, and I think he's the complete package. But just give him a try. Look him up, y'all. Google him. Check him out. But anybody, there's so many people out there that could be James Bond, Idris, Henry, Damien. Can you get a British accent?
Yeah.
No.
Hey, can I practice? My name is Bond, James Bond. No, that ain't British. That's East Side of Broadway.
No. Let us know what you think his audition. That was his audition. That's as good as it's gonna get, because no one's gonna call him from here. That's it. That's as good as it's gonna get.
Hey.
But
do I have to have a 6-pack? Dude, I got this job.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. But I think you need a little bit more. That accent, honey. That's what makes women lose their mind when they hear the accent. We become deaf.
They should have like one movie where he's a deaf mute, and he just fight and look good.
Now, that's enough. That's enough in our pop culture world for this week. But let us know what you think about James Bond and if you got any contenders. But what do you think of Ricky Whittle? I really think he is.
Ricky Whittle.
He is the man. And if you hear of this Ricky, let me know, because he does live in L.A. somewhere. But that's it for this week. Thanks for tuning in. As we said, as every week we say, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe, pass this on to your friends on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, what have you. and check us out wherever, mobile, PlayStation, Xbox, whatever you're doing. So we really appreciate it, and we hope you tune in again next week for another episode of Inside the Cage.
See you next week.